YouTube, welcome back. This is Invest for Success, and I put on one of my videos. I wanted to give you an update, some ideas that I'm gonna be changing up my eBay business and business in general, and see what happens with the flea markets. Because one of the things with the flea market, you got a lot of people that want to go out there and lowball you and give you cheap offers and basically underbid you. Basically, when something is expensive as well, they don't want to pay the high price. They want to get attitude or whatever. Kind of frustrating. We trying to make. So my thing is, I was sitting out there with this last unit, and people passed by. I had to sell some big item off my eBay to make a little bit extra money, because basically I'm changing up. I say, you know what? It takes some time for you to sit down and think through something. You know, you're gonna have in this business. But first, I want to give you how things are going with the business. Basically, it's not going as fast as I want it to, but I'm working on that, trying to figure it out. I do not have, like a lot of these other YouTubers and eBay business that are big and have all these videos. I can't really do that yet because I have to work on it. I don't have family, friends behind me to help me out or financially help me out or whatever. You know, I had to do it by myself. My wife and me, we had to pay bills. So when I'm building up money, I make more than a regular job now. I make sales every day. There's average around 8 to 10 items a day, so I make more than a regular job. But in that, with inflation and everything, prices are higher. Cost is more, especially with lights and especially business. Business ain't free. To get my store, I have to pay like $60 a month, so I get as much listings. Much listings as I can. Um, Gives me more promotional offers and everything, more features, more benefits. I can't get a loan. I know how to make money. It takes money to make money. I know exactly where to invest to make money. But the simple fact is, I have no credit. And I have family, but they don't help me out. So, basically, I'm on my own. My wife's money basically pays bills. I have to help pay the bills as well. So, that takes away from money from the business. And sometimes with cost of food, it's harder. I used to spend $50 a week. We used to spend $50 a week for groceries. We got dogs and we gotta eat. So cost groceries, gas is more expensive. So not getting but 200-300 sometimes on a weekend or a week of yard selling. A lot of cheap stuff. You seen in my yard sale video? Storage auction videos of the minivan that I have. That's the only thing I have to bring product back from the storage auction. So sometimes it takes 2 to 4 trips. Sometimes that's a lot of driving, especially if it's 2 hours away. So you think about 8 to 12 to 16 hours of driving in 24 to 48 hours, sometimes 72. It's a lot of driving. Really tiresome, a lot of miles on the van. I don't like to do that, especially all the gas it uses up and the stuff I sell at the flea market, the cheaper stuff, it's not worth my time. So I was sitting there yesterday, Wednesday. I was sitting there on yesterday. Today's Thursday, yeah. I was sitting there yesterday. I was thinking, how can I make this better? Because in this business, even if you ain't got the money, you can make something work. All it takes is a little bit of brain. You learn and you grow. And when it starts to get easier, you learn, how can I make it better? What can I do to change it up to make more money, especially in inflation? Because if you just give up after it gets hard, then you'll never get nowhere. It's grass is greener on the other side. It's harder before it gets easier. I've learned that. I had to work at Waffle House in a warehouse job. Why I did this business when it was small, when my eBay was like 300 something listings. I wasn't getting sales every day, and I had Mercari at the time. Mercari didn't get me as much sales as eBay, but at the time it was helping me out. But I had to boost it, you know. I tried to figure out how can I make it better. So I figured while I was working at the warehouse, I needed to think of this like a job, working hours every day like a job. So that's what I figured out. Then I started doing more listing. Figured out more listing means more sales, means more of the algorithm put you out there. The more stuff you have, the better the chance. So that's why I'm at 3,700 items down. It took a long time, and there's been fails. There's been stuff that's been sitting for a long time, years, ever since the beginning. basically that has not sold. So that's where it takes up space. That's where I have to change it up to. I am going to be changing up how I do the business a little bit, what I list online, and how I do the flea market, and how I do storage auctions, and even bringing back the yard sale videos with the yard sale. So how will I do that? Basically, sitting there, I figured out that yard sales did make me money. That one year that I did over a little 50 grand. I mean, it was like 20 something $1,000 after shipping and taxes and all, but still basically altogether $50,000. That's my most I did. That was before COVID, and that was all yard sale. On top of having, what did I do? Yeah, I did work a little bit that year, that beginning, and then I quit and I just did full time. And I did like a job, like I said I was, and I put 8 to 12 hours a day. I mean, tiresome, packing a lot of orders in the morning, having like an hour, 2 hours, watch a movie, relax or whatever, and then going to work till 12 to 2 in the morning, then doing the same thing over and over and over and over. It was tiresome. I mean, but the money made it motivational. The money made me work harder. Then COVID hit, kind of slowed yard sales up, and then all that stuff. But then a lot of problems came up, like the house I was in, the landlord didn't fix anything. The rainwater was coming in, having electrical problems, and it was mold growing. And I just got fed up. I thought, as you can see in my YouTube videos, I thought being homeless, living in a van, thought for us would actually work out where we could save some money, because I knew it took money. I thought work together with my family. That's what the idea was, but that didn't work out because of the fact that we didn't work together. They focused on themselves and really left me out to dry, basically. So I don't really talk to my family no more. I don't need nobody to help me get up there. And that's how I think now. I mean, if you wait around for people to help you out, you will never get ahead, because they don't get you there. You get you there. And if you focus on waiting for others and you allow yourself to get depressed and down and not and give in to the evil, the stress, and the devil that wants to bring you down, he will bring you down. You can't allow yourself to get the way. Yeah, I get stressed out, stuff like that, and unmotivated. But you gotta move through it, because of the fact that I want something better for my life. That's the reason for this video. I'm tired of living down in the gutter, in the trash. But I'm tired of all the stress. I want to be happy. I want to be free. Even though in the process I developed some health problems, which I won't get into for personal reasons. With my heart and other, stuff. Which, that still don't make me give up. When life gets harder, you just get hard right back. You tell yourself you're stronger than it. You are stronger. And if you want to make it, you will make it. If you put your mindset to it, you will make it. Yeah, it's not where I want it to be yet. I'm not living where I want to be yet. I haven't got my own place. I still have the minivan, and times are still tough. It's hard a little bit to save money when you got expenses come up, and then bills, and then groceries, and then probably had to get extracted. That took away some money. So what I do, I haven't been able to save. I try to figure out is I invest every penny. Basically, when I have the extra money, even if it's just $50 or whatever, like I only got like $50 for this weekend, but we're going yard selling on Saturday. Something's better than nothing. I got some inventory to list, but always want to keep getting inventory. I won't be doing another storage until the following week, not next week, because I still got expenses, and I'm gonna explain that what I'm gonna be doing, changing things up. Basically, it's a tough road, and you have to reinvent how you do things over and over and over to make it better. I mean, once it get easy, you're mellow. Don't stop there. Reach for the next goal. So what I'm planning to do is basically I'm not going to be going to the flea market on Saturdays and Wednesdays no more. Reason being, is it's just the stuff that people sell at the flea market, like the drills and expensive stuff. I sell on eBay. DeWalt tools and this good stuff. It's value to the world, so I put on eBay, not at the flea market. I think to myself, do I want to stay in that position? A lot of people just have been doing that for years and years and retire after do that, but they stay in that position. They stay in that same train of thought. They don't never see what is next. I mean, yeah, good truck, nice truck, and a nice place to live. You can get to that point, but you want to get further. How do you get further? I mean, if you ain't got no rich family, no money from no family or whatever, and you having to struggle on your own or with a partner, get day to day, then you have to figure out. You have to sit there and think, how do I get past it? So that's what I do, and that's what I've done, and that's what I'm doing now. Is keep reinventing the business to make it better, right? When you get more money, you can get more better equipment, and the better equipment comes better quality, right? And when you can invest more, you make more. I found that out doing a good storage when I did that Barbie doll storage unit in December when I spent $353 and made $5 grand in 2 weeks off of porcelain Barbie dolls. Just porcelain Barbie dolls. The rest of it's profit. You know, I sold some stuff. But like, I had some units that were expensive. I don't know, like a brand new Kenmore. Is it Kenmore? I can't remember which one. Which one? $2,000 washer and dryer sets from Lowe's that were brand new, still in the foam and all that stuff, brand new, right? Sold it for $1,000 at flea market, right? But I was sitting here thinking, the only time when I really make money is when I sell the good stuff, right? The cheap stuff never sit there. Why would I be wasting my time sitting there for an hour, 2 hours, making a few bucks or $1, $2 an hour, right? When that time could be better spent somewhere else, you know, doing something else. Work smarter, not harder, right? That's the idea, right? So I thought, because I'm putting stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like I had a Craftsman lawnmower, electric, brand new. See in one of my videos, past videos of the storage auction that I found in storage auction. Went for $500-$600 at Lowe's, brand new, right? Sold it at the flea market about $250, right? And I had it on Facebook Marketplace. Right after I sold it, my wife gets, because she said it on her Facebook, gets a message saying, asking if it's still available. And I could have sold it for more. The day after I sold it for $250, right? Fast money is not always the good way. If you need the money right away, yeah, one thing, but that's not going to get you nowhere when you do the fast money. Someone else is making that bigger profit than you are. So how do I change that, right? Facebook Marketplace is better, right? That brand new washer and dryer that I had, I could have probably made $1,500 for them sets instead of $1,000, or at least $2,000 maybe, right? All in all, you get crappy stuff in storage units on top of good stuff, right? Instead of making multiple trips, like I do, 2 to 4, right? Filling a van of crappy stuff, or the stuff that's not worth but $1, $2, right? Why waste my time, right, for that when I could be doing something better? What I will do is I'll separate, right? Separate that stuff that is cheap stuff, clothes, you know, glass dishes, stuff that ain't really worth much to list online or at the flea market. Donate it to Goodwill. Take the trash to the trash. The furniture that is like particle board and the cheaper stuff that's not really worth right money, Goodwill, right, with the other stuff. But keep the really good furniture, right? The real wood stuff, the refrigerator, the nice ones, the washer and dryers, right? It's like I had on my eBay that y'all seen in the other video where I had that Craftsman, DeWalt shop vac, brand new. It goes $200 to $300, right? I sold it for $100 at the flea market, right? That kind of thing. I see it on Facebook Marketplace for $150, $200. Why go through all the problems of just loading it and sitting all day at the flea market trying to sell it when people kept passing by it at the flea market? I brought it. People that kept passing by. It took a minute, right? People didn't want to pay that much. Or if you got someone that want to pay something, they want to get cheaper because they want to resell it themselves. You get a lot of people over there, resellers, that want to undercut you, undermine you, and try to take advantage, basically, so they can sell it for themselves and try to lie to you, which is really frustrating, right? You want to be an honest business. Everybody trying to make money, but don't try to hustle somebody just so you can make more than them. That's just plain disrespectful, and I get frustrated with that, right? So how do I fix that, right? I take that good stuff. I take that stuff, right? And I go and I'm not gonna be having my storage unit for the storage option in Ample Storage in West Columbia. Instead, I get one close to the house, right? And in there, right, I already got one for the eBay business, right? All my inventory, but it's taking up space with personal stuff, right? I need more space for more stuff, right? I'm gonna integrate out the crappy stuff that I have on eBay, basically, with better stuff. But before I do that, because I don't want to slow my algorithm down, right? I want to keep it going fast because if I slow it down, it kind of messes me up and I can't properly invest properly. So instead, when I have my business is better, when I create more inventory, there's multiple things I'm gonna be doing, right? One, I do 16% promotional on my eBay to eBay for it, so to get advertisement to be able to get more sales, right? That's a lot of money, right? eBay takes a lot of money out of my thing. I hate all those higher fees, but I need the money faster, right? And I got some cheap stuff, and it kind of, like movies when they sell for $1, I kind of lose money on it. But I don't want to take a whole bunch of movies off because then why would I make my algorithm go way down, mess me up on sales for other stuff by taking a whole bunch of stuff off? I gotten too much stuff on there that will mess me up if I took too much inventory off with my algorithm. So instead, I just mark in the 30-something cents in negative. I just take it, but I still sell it. So that's basically a waste of money. Some stuff, right? And you live and you learn. You get bad stuff and you get good stuff, and you start realizing not everything is okay. It's good. You can sell online, right? But not everything is worth putting online. So you got to distinguish what's good and what's not good to put online, and what to do with them, right? Basically, when I get this YouTube big enough, when I start making money, when I have more, YouTube is my main money maker, right? Well, I don't want to slow it down yet until I have slow down the brochure until I have another business that actually make it almost or as much as eBay right now. So when I do that, I will be cutting the promotional down a little bit, not too much, but 10 or below, right? I still want that promotion. I don't want to put it 1%, but I want also to be doing advertisement of my own inventory on YouTube for y'all to see, right? But what I need to do first, right, is build up the business, build it up with the right inventory. eBay will still be making a lot of money because the stuff I'm be putting on, it won't be cheap stuff anymore. I mean, for now, what I got, some is cheap, some is expensive. I still got stuff, but until I get the good stuff, the better stuff, which I'm gonna be looking for some stuff this weekend on Saturday to get only good stuff. I'm hoping for some video games and gonna try to go through community yard sales to try to get some good stuff. I mean, I found some good stuff before doing community yard sales. So what I plan from eBay, how they make their money, will make the money because the expensive stuff they'll still get their revenue, ad revenue, and stuff. Yeah, it might be less percentage, but it still be a good bit because that the cost of the item would be better. I'm not gonna get no cheaper items. Yeah, I mean there'll still be some stuff that I can still sell at the flea market, but I won't go with a bunch of crap. Basically, I want to build up stuff that will sell, even though it's $20, $10, or whatever, right? Something that actually will sell faster. As I'm gonna build up and take one trip with the minivan, filled up with stuff that'll sell faster. Less tables, faster sales, more money, right? So basically, like I had a shop vac maybe that I sold for $30 before. It's not one of the ones you want to put on Facebook Marketplace because for one, I live in a small town community, pretty small. Don't even have a Walmart in town or like Little Caesars, stuff like that. Small stuff. It's very small, so that means less population in this town. I have to travel like 40 minutes to West Columbia to go sell at the flea market. That's a lot more gas to spend for cheap stuff. Basically, is I'm either breaking even, a little bit of profit, breaking even, or losing money. I don't want to keep losing money. So, how do I fix that? Basically, the good furniture, the good big stuff that'll be too heavy, like that DeWalt vacuum, It would have sold for 150 plus shipping, but the guy said the shipping was too high because it was it would have went to Texas and it would have been $100 for shipping. So when the bigger items, yeah, it's a lot of money, but think about it. The shipping cost is going to take a lot of hit. And it's going to take a lot of hit because of the shipping cost. You would have to really go low enough for someone to buy it with the high shipping cost because how big it is. And so I was like, you know what? It takes too much time, too much shipping supplies to wrap up or do something that big. And it takes up too much time. It takes away from more stuff to being able to do. Like if I want to do 50, if I have 50 items and I finally get a big item set, I'm taking probably an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. I'm probably not that, but I'm fast. I'm pretty fast at packing orders. But a new person, I mean, it can take an hour to pack up a big item. Find the right box, put enough bubble wrap, and pack a paper so it don't get damaged. All that time and effort you're spending shipping supplies and time that could be used for something else. Right? So keep it smaller, simpler, easier to pack, easier to list. Right? Not taking up too much space so you can fill up that space much better. Right? That's what I'm gonna be doing. Changing it up a little bit. That's how I integrate the older stuff in with the newer stuff. Basically, like this. See, all this stuff inventory with the crap stuff, new stuff with better inventory, more value, faster sell, like a day sale, 2-day sale, not no month sale, like 2-3 days, in less than a week, basically. You start bringing it up, then you have more better stuff than crappy stuff. I mean, sports cards. You know, I have a lot of them. If you follow my eBay store, you know I have a lot of sports cards. That's a quick and easy listing, but it's hard to come about the really good cards that are really worth money. If you don't know about cards, which I don't know about cards, I just list them individually. And I'm making change per card after I sell them. It's not really worth your time, you know. And plus, yeah, it's a listing at the beginning. You can use it to help you build up your inventory to start getting more sales, basically. I wouldn't really count it too much as a way to make a lot of money unless you find a really good card and you know what you're looking for, and it's hard to find them really good cards. Unless you got a lot of money and already someone found them at a card show, that's the only thing how you're going to make some money. But you got to have money to really find them go to them card shows and buy the good ones because they're not going to just sell it to you for $1. If it's worth $1,000, they're gonna want to make some money, you know. And then they're a reseller, so they're not gonna give you it cheaper to make so you can make the money. They're gonna sell it themselves unless you buy in bulk. And you see some of these other YouTubers that buy them in bulk so that way they can make a little bit of money on them. It is not a whole lot, but that's still a lot of money. And I don't really want to go through unless I find a really good card or like a expensive $10,000 card or Pokemon card that's worth a lot of money. Or whatever, in great shape. That's the only way I do it. I don't feel like I should have time. I don't have time for all them individual cards. So putting better quality items is much more like that PS4 that I put in that I found in the other YouTube video that I showed y'all that I found in that little furniture that opens up, basically, where I found that little broken pistol or whatever. Basically, what did I say? Basically, oh yeah, the PS4 basically was broken though. I hate that it was broken, but still, it sold in less than a day as parts for $60-something. Now, I mean, with shipping, that's $60-something. It still sold. It go for over 100. I mean, like $150, $200. Right? It was the fatter kind, the older kind. I didn't know anything about it because I couldn't even turn it on. I tested it. It just dinged 3 times, like how it would do like a disc coming out, but it never turned on. I couldn't put a disc in or anything. I put that in the description. Some buyers don't read the description, so I had to put in the title, please read description. And when they do that, they read the description and see that, and I put as parts don't work. And I always test my items to see if it's real. I mean not real. See if it works. You know, and I put it in the description so that way I don't have to deal with the hassle of getting a return. That's why I don't hardly get returns, and that's why I get mostly positive feedback. It's rare, but you get them scammers they'll leave a negative feedback because they can't get their way, or they try to get over, right? Which you can see in my feedbacks, basically on my eBay store, you know. And I'm not gonna put up with scammers, and I don't have to put up with scammers. I'll just block them. They try to get over on me and try to downplay or disrespect me. I'm not gonna put up it. I'm not gonna argue. I'll just block you. Quick time. Block, block, block. And I had to do a lot of blocks on a lot of people because the fact they act like they're better, treat me disrespectfully in comment stuff, or just plain try to get over and pretend and stuff. And I'm not gonna deal with it. You know, I do my testing legitimately to make sure items work. And to make it even better on expensive items, since I'm doing YouTube, I'm gonna be recording testing times, like I did on that one airsoft rifle that a customer bought on eBay, that shoot the air rubber plastic balls or whatever with the air gas thing you put in the bottom. You can see it on my YouTube video as well. Customer wanted to make sure it worked. I tested it out on YouTube and I put it on YouTube for them to see, and they loved it. They left me a positive feedback. They said they fell in love with it. All right, it was fun to play with. You know, it was fun. But that's what I'm gonna do for expensive items. I'm gonna do a video to record. To test it, so that way the customer, are satisfied with your product. So that way there ain't gonna be no problems. And that's another way to avoid scammers trying to act like something don't work when you actually got evidence that shows it work. Like I'm also new to jewelry, and I made a mistake. Thought 14 karat gold was real jewelry because I'm not too familiar with this. I put 2 on there. Both came out fake, but they had 14 karat gold on it. I did not know. So before I put any more jewelry on it, on eBay, I'm gonna be ordering me a test kit on eBay to test out jewelry, gold and silver, diamond, whatever that I find in stores to make sure they're real. So I don't get screwed up and mess up. But those 2 jewelry pieces are coming back returned, and I've already apologized to the buyer and told them I will give them a full refund. They did their testing, and I didn't know that even though it had a stamp on it saying 14 karat gold, that was fake. I didn't know they made it like that. Well, you live and you learn. But basically now, before I put any more on, I put custom jewelry on in lots and stuff like that. And so I've sold custom jewelry like that, fake jewelry. Before I put any more real jewelry, I'm gonna test it, and I'm gonna make video content for y'all. Test it where I test it in my video station, picture station. Let me see there. That is my picture station right there, as you can see, where I take the pictures at. It's not a whole big area, but I want to do better. And once I get some, what you call them, mannequins, to be able to put the clothes on to make it even better picture, I will. But I need space, and that is not a big space to put a mannequin or a body or a bottom to be able to advertise these clothes. So I had to do it. Had to think how to do it to my best that I can with what I got with my tools. So you do the best you can, and then when you keep growing, you add better equipment, more tools to make your business even better. That's how you grow. It's not going to be right out the door unless you got money, unless you got credit to be able to get you a loan to do it. If you do it like me, it's not going to be that easy starting off when you don't have the money. You gotta have to work. I worked Waffle House and did yard sales on the weekends still for a long time. Cooking, I was the fry cook. I was cooking food, and I also was the waiter that taking orders. And I had to work 5 days a week, sometimes overtime, even holidays, on top of yard sales on the weekends. It's double work, yeah. It may be hard. People say they don't have the patience or the time, or they're just too lazy not to want to do it. The money's worth it, Yeah, it might be slow at first, and not a whole lot of money at first, which I didn't make a whole lot of money at first. Didn't get sales every day at first, but I kept at it. I worked 2 years while selling, and I built it up enough. I figured it out how to get sales every day, and I get sales every day now. I've been getting sales every day for a long time. I make more than a regular paying job now. I made even more than a warehouse job when I worked the warehouse. I've done it, and the money is great. You start seeing it differently when you make money like that. When you do it, most items I sold on a weekend is like 50 items. Made 1,000 on a weekend. That's the most I did on a weekend, and I want to top that. But I had to figure out how to do it the right way, right? That's where YouTube is going to help me out creating content to be able to show off my inventory, my listings, in my advertising to basically help me create advertisement to show to y'all customers how I plan to do things better. All right, the next thing on the business, basically with the storage auctions, is furniture, right? And the big items. I'm not gonna get the crappy furniture like I was saying earlier, the cardboard, particle board crap that's just gonna fall over. And being in a small town, I want people to travel out of town to come and pick up an item, right? Public meetup basically always, basically I'm gonna get real good furniture, nice couches, that ain't got no tears, no stains. I'm gonna show on there. Basically, I had to put in storage because I ain't got no space at the house. This house is like a square house. It's really small. It's barely any room in my office. I don't know if you can notice. It is small. Sorry, but that's some inventory stuff right there. But it is small, really small. My desk. This is my desk right here. As you can see, this is my desk. It's small. It is small. So I had to really, it's claustrophobia sometimes, and trying to move around. It's like, man, get in your way. It's like, dang it. But you have to struggle sometimes to get better. Basically, what I want is buy me a piece of property. Use a double wide. On straight out, since I ain't got the credit to get a loan to even get one, I have to buy straight out cash. I have to earn the money. Yeah, I can get a credit card and pay the payments and build up my credit, right? I can get one of them the credit card, you have to put money up front on my bank. Yeah, but that would take a long time, right? When I've made money faster before, $5 grand in 2 weeks. $5 grand in 2 weeks. Think about it. Property full of trees or whatever. I get a tree company come in and cut it down, pay me for it, and big enough property. I've seen them for $10,000 for like 3-4 acres. That's what I want. I want to make. I know I gotta do my checks and stuff and all that stuff, but I don't know much about it. But I will learn to make sure I get the right deal. Talk with the city, permits, zoning, all that stuff to make sure make sure quality of land. And if I don't do much, I'm gonna ask somebody. I'm gonna watch videos. That's how I learn. That's how I learned this business, is watching others on YouTube. And I wanted to do what they did to make more money. I got tired of old 9-to-5 job ways and not getting treated fairly and not having a college degree. Well, I did some college for business, but I dropped out because I thought you had to go to college to get a business license, and I was wrong, which not a problem. Which I do have a business, and I have a business license, and I pay taxes. So if you're gonna do business, don't try to get over. Pay your taxes. Do your taxes right. It's not that much, and especially when you make a lot of money. It's not much. It's not much coming out. I won't do Liberty taxes no more because basically they lost my paperwork. And I had to wait for them to get my W-2 from the IRS or whatever, however they do, that they have lost to finish up my taxes. So, Liberty taxes made me mad. So next year I'm a higher accountant. I'm not going to have no Liberty taxes just screw up because they messed up and lose paperwork. I'm not gonna have to pay anything. They're gonna do it for free once they finish. They got my 1099 from eBay, but they lost some of my paper, my discounts. That I won't be getting no state because they can't get that back when they request for the W-2 from the term however they request it. So she said I can get my federal, but not my state, right? All my discount, all my paperwork, they written down all that stuff. They lost every bit of it. I used to write it down, and now I'm putting it on my computer. I put it on my computer now because that way it don't get lost. It's backed up. I've done like 600 something items sold this year already. Right, it's a lot of sales. So you learn, you get frustrated with how people just careless, and you can't help that. You want things to go right, but nothing goes your way all the time. It's not your world, basically. It's everybody in this world. So you can't get through it. You just gotta figure it out. That's all you can do, figure it out. But you want to make sure you stay right. If you want this business to keep going, you gotta stay legal. You gotta do everything the right way by the book. And don't try to get over the system because it always come back and bite you in the butt if you do that, And hard work makes the dream work. You can't get there the easy way. You gotta work hard. You gotta crawl through the mud before you come out on top. And that's why I'm going through the stress, the heart problems. It's all part. I mean, eventually, probably will eventually have to have surgery on my heart. But I'm not gonna let myself give up and die away. I don't know if you ever heard of PVC, premature vascular contractions, when my heart double beats. So it gives me, lightheaded and dizzy and takes my speech away. Overexert myself sometimes makes it worse. With storage off, yeah. So I take my time, I stretch myself, right? To learn to live with it. Eventually, yeah, it's gonna get worse as I get older. So that's when I need to have the money. I don't have the credit to get a loan or financing. So if I go to the hospital, I got my medical insurance now because I know I need it. I had to get to go through a third party, try to find some medical insurance and dental insurance. And I had an extraction that was expensive. So yeah, I got insurance now, but that's not gonna pay no expensive surgery. So, and I can't rely on anybody else. No one. This hard economy, no one is gonna give you a lot of money for surgery to save your life. They don't know you, right? And when they got their own life hard, can't rely on family. If you got the family, yeah, that's one thing. But most people, they don't have the family to back them up. I don't have the family to back me up. So why should I wait around for anybody to help me out with that? So I move forward, back myself up. Make sure I am me, that I am good. Right? By my own 2 hands, working hard hands, that I make my future for myself. And that's what you gotta think of it's like. Because if you want to get ahead, you can't be you can be nice and be respectful, but you can't just let people get over, because there is people that see you doing good, they don't like, they get jealous. They want to try to take advantage of you, or want to try to use you, to get what they want, basically, or whatever, like past place I was living at, manipulative. She used me to fix her garage up and then kick us out, right? When I told her we were going to move, she got off frantically because she wanted to keep using me to fix up her own property, her garage, do this and that. Everything. I appreciate her helping us get off the street, whatever. But the fact that you think I should pay off my business to pay for every little thing for you, for your house. A little bit is one thing. I did it out of respect, to help out a little bit. But to think that I should spend thousands of dollars when I made that $5,000, yeah, I got us a Christmas gift, a PlayStation 5, and a new desktop for my business, right? But also spent $2,000, as I said I would, to fix up her garage since she was so nice to help us out. $2,000 that I could have spent in inventory. If I would have known that, she would come up live to try to say she was selling the property so we can move out, right? When they weren't even packing up. We packed up and moved out, right? But they didn't even packed up. They manipulated. When I told them, what, we're gonna go ahead and get our own place. She was expecting to stay there, and I would give her my minivan. What I'm supposed to drive? And spend the money, and then when she got what she wanted, bye-bye. Basically, I said, what you gonna do about it? You just keep moving forward. People like that. They take advantage. Your niceness. You can't allow them to do that to you. Because there's gonna be, and not just one person. There's a lot of people like that. You gotta learn to say no. You gotta learn to move on and be better. So basically, let me get back to the storyline of how I'm doing business. So now the good furniture, the bigger items that are worth more money. Basically, I'm gonna having a storage unit close to where I live, so I can go there and basically each Facebook listing I would create, like a really nice couch or furniture, I would clean. I would get the chemical, I don't want to mess it up. Get the right stuff like steam or something to clean it, and I'll video record it, clean it, And I'll even wood polish the wood in the furniture to make it look really nice. Get some wrap, the plastic wrap on a roll, wrap it up, put it on cardboard so it don't get dust and dirt and stuff, and have it for the customers. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Make money on that as well as eBay inventory, getting more and more with the better stuff. The more expensive it sells faster. And to go along with that, I'll still collect the stuff that still could make decent money at the flea market, but and it'll be smaller because of the fact most stuff is just going to be cheaper stuff and junk that I don't want to deal with, and just going to take the Goodwill or the dump, you know. So it'll be less driving. Bet y'all get a hitch and a trailer put up, so I get a trailer for my minivan. So I can make 2 trips into 1 trip basically. So I won't have to drive a lot of driving, you know. Yeah, I want a bigger truck, you know, bigger equipment, but I don't have the money for a $10,000 U-Haul truck, and then U-Haul is not affordable. I mean, think about it. Cause $200-300, that's gonna take out your money when you need the money, and you don't know if you're gonna make that money up right away. I mean, yeah, some of them, yeah, but I don't have $1,000 right now to spend on a really expensive unit that can actually afford to rent a U-Haul truck, let alone to have the money in my pocket right now to get one. Why not get a unit? When I get bigger, yeah, opportunity is open. I'll figure it out and use what I can do best. You know, when in Rome, when you got the tools, then you can do better, right? So, flea market will be just on Sunday. Yard selling on Saturday with YouTube content being created like I did before. Get my GoPro back out of the pawn shop. Had to borrow on it a little bit, bills, groceries. But GoPro with my chest strap that I have, the body strap or whatever, with a GoPro on my chest, like I did before, and record the YouTube videos for them, and showing you what great items that I get, as well as doing a short clip of testing them out, so that way I can edit and then put a YouTube video to get more content. See, I already got a lot of followers on eBay and a lot of repeat buyers. So my thought is how I can build up my YouTube better is by integrating, right? Put my YouTube channel name in my listing on my eBay to show where I got it. Right, that's one way, and sharing my stuff on Facebook. Yeah, but also, I think is adding a clip of testing items out and updates of my eBay would also help my YouTube grow as well, because then I can have those followers and new people that like my store and see my stuff that from the advertising, because my algorithm is already big on there, so I get a lot of content, a lot of views like crazy, like millions of views or whatever. My however you call it, the thing, it has like 5 million. I can't remember what it's called. It's a thing they give you, like, basically I can't remember. It's like 5 million. You know, that's where it is right now. That's how they grade you basically with your algorithm. The more views you get, the more of your eBay link is shared and clicked on, the more peers you get, the more people you get to look at your listing, the more algorithm shows it gets you more and more. And it takes a lot of listing, you know, a lot of listing. Yeah, first, more listings for less yield, but once you get more quantity in your inventory, you can list 10 items and still get a lot of listings. I mean, right now, because I have less inventory, I'm doing 10 items a day. But doing that still, I still got 17 orders over the weekend, Memorial Weekend, and I still get like 8 to 10 items sold a day. So basically averaging itself out, right? As I grow, I will find new ways to make it better, right? My idea, my goal, when I get my property, I want at least 5 acres, because I want to put a warehouse. I want to put a warehouse with some shelves. It's not going to be as big as a warehouse because that's expensive. I'm not going to be, it's going to be me. I mean, do I want to hire employees, or want to create a system where I can actually handle it myself, handle a lot of sales in one day myself, basically. I'll probably change it to 2 days when I get to that point when I have 10,000 more inventory, because it'll be a lot of sales going out every day, right? I'll create a better system, right? My idea already is the shelving like they have in warehouse with I know how to drive a stand-up forklift and the pallet jack and the lifter, all that stuff. I'm certified. I was doing it in the warehouse. basically on the shelving, right after I list it, I pack it, right, and go ahead and put like basically the shelves will be A1, A2, A through Z, right? And locate those are location. I'll take the pallets that I'll put on shelf, build like a box, package the packages already, and put the name of the item, the weight, the size, and the location. Basically, if it's an A shelf, right, it's gonna have like the box will say A1 or A2. I will open it to make sure it is, but that will be that way. Basically, I won't have to pack. It won't take time packing all that stuff up. All I gotta do, get it, slap the label on, ready to go out. Quicker, right? It will always take longer to list with the packing up as well, right? Because it's not on a time frame basically. When you got orders coming, you're on a time basis. You got to get out in a certain amount of time. Like I get sales out. I do next day ship out, right? So sometimes I ship out the same day. But you're on a time frame. If you don't get it out within that time frame ship out, you get a defect on your account showing that you late shipment because of that, how you have it set up to how long it takes. I don't want that because more defects slows your sales down as well. So, with the warehouse, basically, it's going to have a lot of shelves in it, way I can handle a lot of quantity inventory, more tools, better camera station, and better equipment, better video recording. More open space, but there's another building for just Facebook stuff that I sell out there, and as well as Sunday flea market. I probably switch it from Sunday flea market when I get to that point to me a thrift store where I have that stuff and sell it inside the thrift store. Only the good stuff, right? But at that point, I will hire me someone to run my thrift store and have me an accountant to keep my balance all together, right? To keep track and keep a record, right? And I want to farm, grow my own food, cattle, chicken, where I'm self-sufficient. Solar power, well, water. I don't have to rely on nobody, no government, to be able to give me stimulus or whatever. I don't have to rely on nobody because I've done it. I got it for myself, right? That's what I want to be, self-sufficient. But it takes time to get to that point, and you got to really figure out how to get there, earn yourself up there. I'm almost at the point to where I'm gonna buy me a piece of property because if I do like I did with the December storage unit, auction unit that I won and made that money, if I do it just right, that showed me right there. It takes more to make more. You spend more, you make more. Because the more you spend, other people they spend more money on the storage auction websites because they know something's in there. And when you spend more, of course you're gonna make more. I want to make as much as some people. They found $20,000 in the storage unit, gold and silver, like a lottery winner ticket, basically. But it happened way more. Your chances are way more better doing it that way. And so this my goals and stuff, how I'm gonna change it up on the eBay business so that way I can make it better. And I keep y'all updated on how it goes and new content and everything, and I'll share with you on this video some description and more future videos to come. If you like this video and you like the conversation that I had with y'all, please smash that likes button and the subscribe button. Click on that notification button for future notification of future videos. And if you have any suggestions of what you want to see, like in gaming, what gaming videos you want to see me play to try to go through, like I did Resident Evil, or what kind of stuff, or other stuff you want me to try to record or try to get that you want to see, please leave it in the description. The comments down below, or shoot me a message. You can shoot me a direct message on YouTube. I think like some people have done it before. Or it'll come up in my notifications. I'm still learning YouTube as well. As y'all know, 31 subscribers, hopefully more, comes, That's what I'm trying to work on figuring out. All it takes is to learn the courage to try, to try. That's all it takes to try. Motivation to keep it going. Then you eventually you'll perfect it. No one used to ever got big overnight. Yeah, maybe, but they had something there. Most people don't have something there. they got to create something there and build something there. And that's what the key is. Build it. You know, it takes to use this heart and this courage to take a risk, take a chance to do it. Alright, that's it for this video. It's a 50-minute long video. Hope y'all like it, and I will check y'all. This is Invest for Success. You can always check my eBay store at www.ebay.com/str/theperfectstore25. And I will check y'all out in the next video.